Once upon a time, on an ordinary day, Stylish Goat had no idea what was about to happen.
Stylish! Stylish! Stylish!
What is it, Wolf? Is there a fire or something?
Yes, there is! A fire in my heart! That is stylish!
What?
I asked Tay-Tay, the beautiful she-wolf, out on a date and she finally accepted. We will have dinner tonight.
Oh, that's wonderful!
Wonderful, yes, but I need new clothes for the occasion.
That's no problem.
I also need to find good food.
That's no problem either.
I have to look very handsome.
Now that will be a problem. Okay, it's a joke. Before we take care of your look, we need to get rid of all that smell.
My smell? Don't I smell nice?
No, you don't. You smell like sour milk.
Ugh, you might be right. What can we do about it?
Stylish had an idea to get Wolf clean.
Go in, get in the lake. I said go in. I'll wait here. Now it's time for some cologne. Oh, yes. Now go get some honey from the beehive. Okay, so the honey didn't work out. Go get some milk from the cow then. I guess we should get some strawberries. Cut them! Mash them! Mix them! Ah, wonderful! You can get ready now.
How do I look?
Don't forget the cologne. Oh, nice! Now you look amazing!
Wolf found a beautiful spot in the woods and set everything for the picnic. He waited for Tay-Tay with flowers in his hand, and when she arrived...
Calm down!
Nice to see you, Tay-Tay.
Nice to see you too. What is that smell? Strawberries? Wolves don't smell like strawberries. I don't even want to look at you. Shame on you, Wolf.
But I did it to smell good for you. Did we use too much?
Sorry, Wolf. I didn't know that Tay-Tay liked the smell of our sour milk. There will be no cologne next time, I swear.
Once upon a time, in a painting studio, Artist Goat was painting as usual. But she was not in a good mood that day.
This isn't right. This isn't right.
Inventor Goat was curious when she heard her sister grumbling.
What's going on, sister?
I can't get the right shade of red.
I think all of those shades are red.
No, look. This is lobster red. This is apple red. This is rose red. This is tomato red.
So,
I want it to be as red as Mars.
Mars? The planet Mars? That Mars? If you want, you can use my spaceship to go there.
Really? Can I go?
Of course.
Cool, because I ran out of the solar system colors. Moon white, Neptune blue, and Saturn yellow.
As the two sisters continued talking about colours, someone else was also listening, and it was no other than the wicked wolf.
Mars red? Neptune blue? I bet cans of paint with those colors are expensive. I'm going to be rich. Rich!
Artist Goat was excited to set off on her space journey. Artist Goat landed on the moon first. She could get some moon white.
Wow! Look at that! This paint glitters!
Then she went to Mars for some red paint.
Ouch! Rover, leave me alone! Let me go! Ah!
Such a beautiful red!
Then, Artist Goat went to Neptune.
Super cold.
A bright blue paint.
On her way back, she also landed on Saturn. She found the best copper tone of yellow. journey, she finally entered the Earth's atmosphere. When they landed on the farm, Artist Goat was excited to start painting again.
Hello, Canvas. I'm back. I'm going to create beautiful paintings.
Hello, market! I'll sell all these paintings and get rich!
Then the wolf tripped and fell. All the paints got mixed.
Oh no, it can't be!
Wolf, what are you doing here?
Oh no, I tried to sort out these colors all day long. Is this Mars red?
No, it's carrot orange now.
And this?
Sadly, it turned into a great purple.
I want my mama!
Once upon a time, Snow White wanted to visit the beautiful foamy waterfall, so she and her beloved husband, the prince, went on a trip to see it. After a pleasant stroll, they arrived at the waterfall.
It looks just great. I'm so glad we came here.
Yes, it is really amazing.
I think I heard something. Listen.
Yes, it's coming from this way. Let's go check it out. Oh, there, look.
Oh, you're so cute. But why is she crying?
Her mother must be close by. It might be dangerous for us to be here.
My mom isn't here. The mean farmer locked her up.
Is this why you're crying? Tell us what happened.
My mom and I had some honey from a hive near the farmer's garden. Then he saw us and captured my mother. I barely got away.
Don't you worry. We will talk to the farmer and get your mother back.
Really? Will my mom be back?
Sure thing. Let's go.
Taking the bear cub with them, Snow White and the prince headed out to the farmer's house.
There! The farmer's house!
But they were not welcome at all.
Hey, stop right there. This is private property. You can't enter.
Now I understand why his nickname is Mean.
The prince tried to explain why they were there.
We mean no harm. We just came here to talk and get this cub's mother back.
That bear and her cub ate my honey. I'll send her to the hunters. Her fur will make decent money. Ha 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 ha.
Do you hear yourself? It's so barbaric, and it wasn't even your honey. So you should release the mother bear at once.
I want 10 gold coins for her. Then I'll let her go. Ha 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 ha. What? Is it too much for you? Off you go then.
No, it's okay. Here, there's even more gold here. Just let her go.
Wow, you must be pretty rich.
This is the prince, and this is his kingdom, and I'm Snow White.
Wow, Snow White and the prince are definitely worth much more than a bear. Okay, bring the gold coins.
As the prince handed the coins to the mean farmer, the farmer went for a surprise attack.
Oh, my head!
Oh my god! No!
Come on now, you'll make me rich. The evil witch will pay me a pot of gold for you.
Let me go, you thug!
Ah, my leg! You spoiled cub!
Princess, run!
Snow White and the bear cub ran into the forest and hid from the farmer.
What are we going to do? The mean farmer has the prince now.
We'll go back and rescue him and your mother. Don't you worry.
What are you doing?
I'm writing a note to the palace. We need help.
But how are you going to send it?
Hey, lovely bird, could you help us?
Snow White attached the note to the bird's leg and sent the bird on its way to the palace. Meanwhile, the farmer was furious that Snow White had escaped.
I should take you to the witch before the guards arrive. Ha 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 ha!
You will not get away with this!
We'll be at the witch's castle by the time the guards arrive. Let's see if they're able to save you. Ha 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 ha! I'm ready the carriage now.
Ah, it's too tight! I can't untie it!
Snow White and the bear cub were about to sneak into the farmer's garden.
The farmer's not around.
What are we going to do?
We first need to find the prince. Let's search the house.
The back door is open.
Okay, let's get in. Be quiet. Oh, did you hear that? Hurry up!
Untie me before the farmer comes! Hurry!
I can't do it. It's so tight.
Oh boy! Hide! The farmer's coming!
It's time to go. I can't wait to be rich. Ha 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 ha!
Suddenly, there was a terrifying growl.
It's my mom! There she is! Inside the house in the cage! Don't worry, she won't hurt you.
Snow White unlocked the cage.
Mom, hurry up! The farmer's getting away! He has the prince!
Faster, you useless horse! Get up! Hey, what's happening? Oh no! No! Ah! Please stop! Don't hurt me! Please!
I was worried about you, my prince.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Are you two okay? You were amazing, little buddy. And thank you so much, Mama Bear.
In the meantime, the king's guards arrived at the farmer's house.
You will be tried for all the bad things you've done, farmer. Seize him!
Thank you so much for uniting my mother and me again.
As the bear cub and the mother bear headed into the forest, Snow White and the prince walked away happily. Once upon a time, Snow White mastered the violin that the prince had given her as a present. Her instructor and the prince were proud of Snow White.
Amazing!
Perfect.
One day, as she wandered around the town, she ran into a little girl playing the violin.
You're so good at playing the violin.
Thank you. My mom taught me. She was a successful violinist when she was young. But I wish I could play the magic violin.
Magic violin?
Yes, it's the old violinist's violin. The sound of it heals the sick and makes flowers bloom.
Is that so? Everyone would want to play a violin like that.
Since the old violinist can't play it anymore, he'll give his violin to the winner of the music contest.
That's so nice. Well, you can enter the contest and win the violin.
Unfortunately, I can't. They don't let me in because I'm too young.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
And the worst part is, Betty the Freckles will be entering the contest.
Betty? Who is that?
The little violinist girl told Snow White all about Betty.
The magic violin must be mine. I will heal the sick with it and make lots of money.
Yes, you will, Freckles. I'm sure of it.
Stop calling me Freckles or I'll pluck your feathers.
Okay, I won't.
So Betty is after the violin so that she can make money off the sick.
I'm afraid she is. Betty doesn't deserve the magic violin.
Snow White pondered a few minutes and...
So maybe I should enter this contest.
Oh, do you play the violin too?
Not as good as you do, but yes.
I would rather you win the violin over Betty. We can practice together.
Then it's settled. We'll do our best and stop Betty from winning the magic violin.
Finally, the day of the contest had arrived. Snow White was among the contestants.
I don't like this girl at all. She's such a snob. I wonder who she is.
She's Snow White and apparently very good at playing the violin.
The first round of the contest involved singing and playing the violin. The contestants started rehearsing.
She's really good at this. I can't let her compete against me.
I'm sure you'll win, Snow White.
I'll do my best. You can trust me.
Meanwhile, Betty the Freckles approached.
Just because you're a princess doesn't mean you'll win.
You must be Betty. May the best violinist win.
Of course it'll be me. Watch me. This so-called princess can't make it past the first round.
It's easy. You can spike her tea and make her get a hoarse voice.
Well done. Good idea.
Snow White mustn't drink that tea.
I suppose we didn't hit it off earlier. I wanted to bring you some tea as an apology.
No worries. It's already forgotten. Thank you.
Don't drink that, princess. They've spiked the tea. Drink this instead. I've put some honey in it.
Oh, thank you. It was a close call. Oh.
Go check if that little princess is drinking the tea.
Yes, she drank it all.
Cool. She'll be so embarrassed about her hoarse voice.
And the contest began. When it was her turn, Snow White got onto the stage and sang a song while playing her violin.
She sounds good. Why is her voice so normal?
Maybe the dose wasn't enough.
Wow, incredible!
What a
beautiful
voice.
This can't be. She got a 10. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
Snow White and Betty were qualified for the final round. This time, they would only be playing the violin.
You couldn't take care of your voice, but you can break your violin.
Yes, that small brain of yours sometimes works well.
Don't underestimate me, Freckles. I'm a smart bird.
I told you not to call me Freckles.
Okay, don't get mad. It was an accident.
Let's loosen these strings and we're done.
You're really a bad person, Betty. But you've forgotten about my violin.
The final round had begun. Snow White put up a great performance. Everyone was amazed.
What? Her violin was broken. How could she play? I guess this girl is really talented. I can't beat her.
No, you have no other chance but to play better than her. Just keep it cool. Don't get stressed.
Betty got onto the stage, but her performance was only mediocre. She made a few mistakes and couldn't get a 10 from the judges.
And the winner is Snow White! Yay!
This magic violin is yours, little girl. I sincerely believe that you'll use it only to do good.
Of course, Snow White. Thank you so much. You'll see, I'll heal everyone with this magic violin. I promise.
Once upon a time, there lived a mother goat and her 7 kids. They lived in a house in the forest. Mother goat loved her kids and would protect them at any cost. She would try to teach them lessons about her life experiences. And they were so cute. 4 of them were girls and 3 of them were boys. One day, Mother Goat wanted to go to the market to sell the butter that she had made. But she had to leave her kids at home by themselves.
My dear ones, I'm going to the market. Don't you dare open the door to strangers. Please be careful.
Okay, Mom.
Okay, Mom.
When you come, show us your feet. If we believe that they are your feet, we'll open the door.
Mother Goat set off right after kissing all her kids goodbye. Meanwhile, there was a treacherous wolf wandering in the forest, searching for some easy prey. The wolf was hiding behind a tree, patiently waiting for the little goat's mother to leave the house. As soon as she left, he knocked on their door. He wanted to make use of this opportunity.
Who is it?
My dear kids, it's me, your mother. I've brought you some wonderful and delicious fruit. Open the door for me.
Hey, wait. I know this voice. This is the voice of the wolf. Remember what Mom said?
The wolf has a deep voice. Oh, my dears, please be careful and don't make a mistake, or the wolf will eat you all.
As the wolf couldn't get past the door, he knocked on the door to try his chance again. This time, he really thinned his voice to make it sound like their mother's.
My dear goats, I'm stuck outside. Come on, open the door for me. I'm so tired. I've brought you a lot of food. Why are you making your mother wait outside?
This sounds like my mother, but we need to be sure. Mother, please stretch your legs out from under the door. Remember what we discussed? Show us your feet. So the wolf stretched out his feet. Of course, after seeing the dark feet, the goats realized that this was the wolf. Get lost!
Get lost!
You're not our mother. Her feet are white.
White as snow.
We won't open the door. We won't open the door.
We won't open.
The wolf got furious. He went to the bakery and bought a sack of flour. He came back to the kids' door and covered his feet in flour, making them completely white.
This should work now. I'm going to catch the goats. You little goats. You can't escape from me.
But the wolf had forgotten one thing. The little goats were very clever. Terrified of the wolf constantly hovering outside their door, they came up with a plan.
My sisters and brothers, I have a feeling. I think that this wolf isn't going to give up easily and he's going to try to trick us. If this treacherous wolf comes to our door again, even if we see white feet, we'll peek from under the door. If it's indeed our mother, we'll recognize her smell from even behind the door.
The goats gathered round and whispered the plan to one another. They all had a different task. With joy, the wolf knocked on the door again with his feet snow-white covered in flour. This time he was so sure that he'd be able to trick the goats.
Kids! Come on! I'm your mother! Look what I bought you! If you open the door, I have a gift for all of you. Here are my snow-white feet. Look from under the door. Did you see? Did you see my snow-white feet?
When the goats carefully looked at the feet, they realized that they were way too big to be their mothers. Yes, they're white, but they are huge. Kids, this is the wolf again, not our mother. Come on, let's carry out our plan. Okay, Mother. I'm opening the door right away. As they planned, everyone hid in a different place. One of them hid under the blanket, one under the bed, one inside the closet, one inside the oven, and another behind the curtains. And one of them went onto the roof. Her task was up there. Their plan was coming together perfectly. Finally, the little goat who knew that the time had come slowly pulled on the string that he attached to the door from inside the old big clock in the living room where he was hiding, and the door opened. The door's open, Mummy. You can come in now. The wolf that entered the house was shocked to find it empty.
Huh?
He couldn't see a single goat anywhere. Suddenly, he noticed something moving under the blanket. The wolf walked there slowly, holding his hands out. He lifted the blanket.
I've got you, little one. Did you think you could trick me? No one can escape from me.
The big sister was the one under the blanket. In her hand was a bottle of spicy red pepper. Suddenly she threw all of it at the wolf's face. And the goat under the bed poured the bottle of oil on the wolf's feet. There was oil everywhere. The wolf's face, mouth, nose and eyes were burning, so he couldn't stand on the slippery floor and fell flat on the ground. Covered all in oil, the wolf rolled over and over towards the door, trying to escape.
Help! Help! I'm burning! I'm burning! Isn't there anyone to help me? My eyes are burning! I can't see anything!
The kid, hiding in the big old clock, poked his head out and with a hoarse voice,
Catch this treacherous wolf and punish him. He should know what it means to try to trick us.
Upon hearing this, all the others started throwing the tomatoes they had stored in the living room from the freezer and also the marbles they played with to the wolf that couldn't run on the slippery ground. The goat on top of the roof threw a bucket of cold water over the wolf's head that was hardly able to come out the door. The wolf ran for his life as fast as he could.
I'll never come to this house again. I got burned from the peppers they threw at me. I froze from the cold water, and I'm covered in tomatoes. I'm a frozen tomato. If I had thought for 40 years, I would have never thought that these little goats could trick me. Either I've gotten very old, or these goats are really very clever.
Towards evening, Mother Goat returned from the market. She had bought her little goats a lot of fruit and vegetables so that they could be healthy. Each one of them was fond of a different fruit. The mother did not forget any of them and chose them carefully. When she arrived in front of the door, she noticed the entrance was completely wet. She looked up and there was not a cloud in the sky, and it wasn't raining. She knocked on the door and called out to the little goats.
My little goats, I'm here. Open the door for me. I'm very tired and my hands are full of bags. I also have a surprise for you.
Show us your feet.
Show us your feet.
Show us your feet.
Mother Goat stretched her feet under the door. The goats realized that these were their mother's feet right away. Her voice was also their mother's. They opened the door without hesitation. Mother Goat screamed with shock when she entered the house. It was a big mess. Peppers and tomatoes were on the floor, and furniture was scattered all around. Mother Goat was terrified.
My God, what happened to this house? What is this? There are tomatoes and peppers everywhere. Are you okay?
The little goats told their mother what had happened to them one by one. The mother was very sad, but was also very proud of her children. Once again, she realized how clever they were. Later, they all cleaned their house together. They ate their dinner.
My smart little ones, I love you all so much. You did well today. You acted together and you defeated the bad wolf. I'm proud of you. It makes me so happy to be the mother of such clever goats.
She hugged and kissed them one by one. The next day, they all went to the police to complain about the wolf.
Oh.
They told the forest police everything that had happened. The forest police congratulated the little goats for their bravery and cleverness. He even told them that if they wanted, they could become forest police when they grew up. The goats were very happy to hear this. The wolf was caught and sent far away. He was punished to never come back. The 7 little goats lived happily ever after, protecting one another, just like their mother had taught them. Once upon a time, in a very beautiful country, there lived a kind king and queen that everyone loved. Their only wish was to have a daughter. One day, their wish came true, and their daughter came into the world. They organized a feast to celebrate the event. All the kings and queens of other kingdoms, all the townspeople, and the 12 fairies of the country were invited. As part of the celebration, everyone presented their gift to the newborn princess. When it was the fairies' turn, each of them made a wish using their magical wands. There were exactly 12 fairies.
May life bring you everlasting happiness.
Let your beauty be spoken of all across the lands.
Let this princess be a very clever girl.
Let her always be generous to our people.
Suddenly, the entire hall started to shake. As everyone watched in awe, there was a high-pitched sound. The wicked fairy was the 13th fairy. They especially hadn't invited her to the party. Furious, the wicked fairy approached the crib and pushed aside the 12th good fairy that still hadn't made her wish.
So, I'm the only one that wasn't invited, I see. Well, even if I wasn't invited, I also have a wonderful gift for the princess. On her 16th birthday, the princess will prick her finger on a needle and die.
Staring at the wicked fairy, the king and queen begged the good fairy to do something. "Please, do whatever it takes to break this curse, good fairy."
Unfortunately, my queen, I cannot remove the curse that the wicked fairy has cast, but I can at least lighten it. When the princess pricks her finger with the needle, she won't die. She will sleep for 100 years. She will only be awakened with the kiss of a prince. That's all I can do.
The king immediately prohibited the use of needles and had them removed from his kingdom. He ordered his guards to watch over the princess until she grew up. The good fairy's wishes had come true. The princess turned out to be a beautiful, well-mannered young girl. In the palace, she could only wander around the garden with the fairies. Her father always watched over her. On the day of her 16th birthday, the princess was locked up in a room to stop the curse from happening. Everyone was very anxious. If nothing happened until sunset, the curse would be lifted. The princess was bored and wanted to open the window to catch some fresh air. Outside, the weather was beautiful. As she opened the window, she saw a raven with a little box in its beak. The bird placed the box on the windowsill and flew away. It was such a beautifully decorated box that the princess couldn't resist her curiosity. She opened the box and saw a glowing diamond ring. She thought it was a birthday gift from the fairies, so she put it on her finger. But a little needle was hidden underneath the diamond. So, when the needle pricked her, the princess fell into her 100-year slumber. The bird that had brought the box to the princess was the raven of the wicked fairy. When they couldn't hear any sound from the princess's room for some time, the king became anxious and went to check on her.
My girl, you haven't said anything. Open the doors so I can see you. Be patient. There's only 2 hours left until sundown and the curse will be broken.
The king couldn't get a reply, so he unlocked the door and entered the room. To his surprise, he found his daughter lying on the floor.
My queen! Guards! Run! My princess has fallen asleep! It's a disaster! A disaster!
When they saw the ring on the princess's finger, the upset king and queen immediately realized what had happened. The wicked fairy had tricked the princess into pricking her own finger, fulfilling the curse.
Good fairy, do something, please. Either awake her or let us all sleep and awake with her. We can start our lives again when she wakes up in 100 years. How can we live without her?
To cast this spell, we have only till sunset. We have little time, but I'll do it. First, let's get the princess into a beautiful bed.
They immediately carried her to her room. They laid her in a bed covered with flowers in her most beautiful gown. The king and queen sat in their thrones, The servants waited where they stood. The birds, cats and dogs. Everyone was ready, and the good fairy cast her most powerful spell yet.
Let everyone in the palace fall asleep along with the princess and awake with her.
With a wave of her hand, everyone in the palace fell asleep. The palace was to be known as the Palace of Sleeping Beauty from then on. As years passed, the palace was covered with thorns and vines. No one could enter anymore. Many years passed. One day, as the prince was wandering around with his soldiers, he noticed the palace covered in vines.
There it is! This must be Sleeping Beauty's castle, the one my mom always told me about when I was younger. Look, it is completely covered with vines.
He took out his sword at once and started cutting down the vines. He fought his way through and made it to the door of the castle. When he entered, he was speechless by what he saw. The king and queen in their thrones and the people of the palace all sleeping in some place. They were all lying still. He started wandering through all the rooms of the palace, trying to find the princess.
I'm going to find you, beautiful princess. I'll save you. I will lift the curse.
The prince was frantic, running around trying to find the princess's room. Finally, he came across a magnificent door in the tower. He opened it slowly and found the incredibly beautiful princess asleep on a bed of flowers.
My goodness, how beautiful she is! It's as if she fell asleep yesterday. Her flowers still smell wonderful.
The prince couldn't bear to see the princess sleeping like an angel, so he gave her a kiss on the cheek. At that moment, the princess woke up. When she saw the handsome prince standing before her, she asked,
"What happened? Am I still dreaming?"
No, my princess, you aren't dreaming any longer. The curse has been broken. Please, give me your hand. Let me help you get up from this bed.
The princess gave her hand to the prince and got up. When the curse was broken, everyone woke up from their sleep. The king, queen, servants, cats, dogs, and flowers in the garden all came to life again. There was nothing left of the vines and thorns. The king and queen ran to their daughter's room in excitement.
Good heavens, what a beautiful day! I'm so happy. My daughter and the whole palace have awoken from their sleep.
They hugged joyfully. The prince promptly kneeled before the king.
My king, I would like to marry your daughter. With your permission, may I ask for her hand in marriage?
My dear prince, we are so very happy. I would be honored if you were my groom.
My dear princess, I've waited for this moment my whole life. Will you marry me?
Yes! You are the prince I have seen in my dreams.
They invited all the fairies and got married with a magnificent wedding. They lived happily ever after. And what happened to the wicked fairy? After she found out what was going to happen to her, she escaped to a faraway land.
Once upon a time, Snow White and the prince lived happily married.
I just wanted to get rid of Snow White, but I got banished from the palace instead. I'll make her pay for this.
Of course, my queen. She can't get away with this.
Let me see what she's up to.
It looks like she's taking a walk alone.
And she's outside the palace. I tell you, this is my chance.
The witch immediately drank some potion and...
That's it! I'm coming for you, young lady.
There you go. You are so cute.
The old lady caught Snow White by surprise as she suddenly appeared before her.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there.
Oh, darling, I'm coming from the market, and these bags are really heavy. I live close by. Could you help me?
Sure. Let me carry your bags.
So they started walking together to the old lady's house.
Here we are. Let me open the door. Come on in. Leave the bags there, will you?
Do you live in this empty house?
You shouldn't be concerned about that. Nighty-night, Snow White.
What are you doing to me?
After making her fall asleep, the witch took Snow White to her own castle. Then she started preparing a potion.
Now I will prepare an amazing potion for our princess.
What's this potion for, my queen?
It turns people into hideous beings. Once Snow White drinks this potion, she will be the ugliest princess of all time.
Oh my! I bet she'll give this potion to the poor girl.
This glass is for Snow White. And this one's for me, my favorite raspberry syrup. Mmm. I'll raise my glass to celebrate my victory once the princess becomes ugly.
And I'll happily watch you do that, my queen. Long live the queen, long live the queen.
What happened to me? Where am I?
You're at the witch's house. She's the one who locked you down here.
Oh, so that old lady was the witch?
She's planning something terrible. She has a potion that will make you ugly.
I can't believe it. How do you know this?
She was speaking to her mirror while preparing the potion. I saw and heard everything.
I can't drink that potion.
Don't worry. I'll help you. I have a plan.
So what are you going to do? What's the plan?
Listen to me carefully.
The squirrel went to the kitchen downstairs.
What's all the commotion? What's happening?
The witch went downstairs to find out what was happening.
How did this happen? My pans!
In the meantime, the squirrel sneaked into the room where the potion was.
Princess! Princess! I got it! Now you can safely drink the potion she'll give you.
Are you sure?
Yes, don't worry. You'll be drinking a delicious raspberry syrup. Take these crayons and some mud with you. And remember the plan, okay?
Okay.
As if I don't have better things to do?
The witch grabbed the glass with the potion. Little did she know that the squirrel had swapped the glasses and it was the raspberry syrup instead.
Well, well, it's time for our beautiful princess to get ugly. Don't worry, I won't hurt you.
Let me go, please. What do you want from me?
Do as I say and you'll be back home in no time. Drink this syrup now, you'll feel better.
And what if I don't?
Then you'll stay here forever. Yes, that's a good girl. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?
My queen, I'm afraid Snow White is still the most beautiful girl.
Do you mean Snow White, who'll turn into the ugliest princess alive when the sun goes down? Ew! What happened to you? You're hideous!
You tricked me! My face! What have you done to my face?
From now on, you'll be the ugliest princess in the world. Now you can go back to your palace.
You're an evil, cruel witch.
Let's see if your beloved prince will still love you.
After Snow White left, the witch went into her room and stood before the mirror.
Now it's time for me to drink my raspberry syrup and celebrate my victory. Let's see. Mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me now who is the fairest of them all.
Well, it's Snow White, my queen.
But how could this be?
On the other hand, my queen, if you must know, you're the ugliest being in the world.
You impertinent mirror! What's that supposed to mean? Oh no!
For a second, I didn't even recognize you, Snow White. But the witch wasn't as lucky as you. She'll be ugly forever. She deserves it, though.
I'm so grateful for all your help, Squirrel. Thanks to you. We taught the witch a lesson. I'll never forget you.
Mwah. Goodbye, Snow White.
Snow White missed the 7 dwarfs very much, so she decided to visit them one day. She got ready and headed out to the dwarfs' village. The witch that had drunk the potion of ugliness by mistake and became the ugliest being in the kingdom was furious at Snow White.
She tricked me! It was her that was supposed to be ugly, not me! But this time, I will show her.
Look, my queen, Snow White is going somewhere.
And she looks happy. Is she singing?
It appears so, my queen. If you wish, I can turn the volume up.
I miss you so much, my beloved dwarfs, but we'll meet very soon. La 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 la.
Oh, she's going to see the 7 dwarfs. That's just great. Show me, what are the dwarfs up to?
Happy and Sneezy are picking mushrooms in the forest.
Excellent! These 2 fools will bring Snow White right to me. Nighty-night, dwarfs. I'll just leave this note here.
Doc, who was working on the other side of the forest, finished his task and went to look out for his friends.
Happy! Sneezy! Where are they? What's that?
Meanwhile, Snow White was still on her way.
There, I can see my friend's house. Oh, it's so exciting.
Snow White, it's nice to see you.
I missed you so much, my friend, so I decided to pay you a visit.
How nice of you to come. Come on in. I need to tell you something. I'm afraid the witch has kidnapped Happy and Sneezy. She left a note.
If you want to save your beloved dwarfs, Snow White... How did this happen? We must save them. Where are the others?
It's just you and me. The others are on the mountainside working in the mines.
Come on, we don't have much time.
Snow White and Doc headed to the witch's house. The witch watched them through her magic mirror and laughed wickedly.
I'm waiting, Snow White. I still have a bone to pick with you.
Snow White and Doc ran into an injured crow.
Why can't you fly, little crow?
Poor thing, an ivy's wrapped around its foot.
Let me see. Don't worry, we'll help you. There you go. Now you can fly again.
Snow White and Doc kept on walking, but they realised that the crow was right behind them.
Doc, look, the crow is following us. I wonder why.
I guess it liked us.
They eventually arrived at the witch's castle.
Here we are. We need to be very quiet so the witch doesn't catch us.
This castle doesn't feel safe at all.
Who knows where that evil witch locked up our friends? We should hurry and find them.
The door's locked. Let's try the windows.
Look, this window lock is loose.
There you go. Let's get in.
They sneaked into the castle.
The castle is as unpleasant as she is.
Careful.
They're not here. Let's try upstairs. Shh, slowly.
The room is so dark.
Oh, it's just a mirror. I got scared for a minute there.
You're wasting your time. Your friends aren't here. The witch locked them in the cellar.
It's the witch's magic mirror.
Doc was a little suspicious of the mirror.
Why are you helping us?
Because I hate the witch, but unfortunately she's my owner.
He might be telling the truth.
Quick! The witch can show up any minute!
Then Snow White and Doc went back downstairs and found the entrance to the cellar.
This must be the entrance to the cellar.
Let's open this up. Quickly!
It's stuck. There you go.
But there's no one here.
Oh my, the witch.
The mirror tricked us.
I've been waiting for you. What took you so long?
Please, don't! No!
When they opened their eyes, Snow White and Doc realised they were on a boat.
Oof. What happened to us? Why are our hands tied?
It's the witch.
Have a nice cruise, my friends.
Where are our friends? What have you done to them?
Don't worry, they'll be my servants. They'll work for me for the rest of their lives. Let's remove this plug first.
Hey, don't! No!
Goodbye, princess. Now you'll be out of my life forever.
Oh! The boat is filling up with water.
The plug, it's right there. You should grab it.
Oh, I can't reach it.
It's the crow.
Good job.
We need to untie these ropes.
You're a very clever crow.
Snow White, use that bucket to empty out the rest of the water, and I'll start rowing.
When they finally reached the shore, they went back to the witch's castle to find their friends.
Let's take a look at the backyard.
There's a well here.
Yes, there they are.
Hooray! They found us!
Watch out! The witch! Be careful!
What's going on here? How did you two manage to escape? No! No! Help!
It looks like we're done here, my friends. Let's get going.